Alright, YouTube, rather than using a retarded Western source which won't even talk about motive, there's a foreign source link in the description. The Russian ambassador to Turkey has been shot in Ankara by an extremely well-dressed assailant who looks like something out of a Matrix film, and then proceeds to sort of take the podium and start ranting Allah Akbar. So I wonder what the motive could be. There's a reason why, probably this close to the electors voting and the inauguration stuff here, yeah, the Western media would rather not talk about, yeah, there's been another attack by an Islamic zealot. You know, if he was ranting Deus Vult Jesus Christ is great, or something like that, they'd be reporting on the motive within 5 minutes. Oh yeah, he was a Christian zealot. Here's his connection to some crazy cult. That's why he shot the dude. But because he was ranting Allah Akbar, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the sectarian conflict right south of Turkey. I'm sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with, you know, some religious dispute, maybe Karlov being, you know, not a Muslim or something like that. Nothing to do with that. It's going to be interesting to see what this does to Turkish-Russian relations, honestly, as well. How did this person get that close to the ambassador in the first place? Last report I saw, the ambassador was seriously wounded but is not dead. The shooter has been apprehended, not sure whether he was taken alive or dead. Doesn't really matter. Probably if he's a true zealot, then he won't give up any information anyway, even though, again, his motive will be fairly obvious. When somebody kills another person while ranting about Allah, chances are they're probably motivated by their religion, or something stemming from their religion, some sectarian conflict that has a religious core to it. Just like if somebody were rambling about Charles Darwin and went in and started burning churches down, you'd probably assume they were motivated by their irreligion or something like that. It's fairly self-explanatory. It's not convoluted or confusing at all, but the CNNs of the world would rather not disclose motive. So link, again, in the description to the actual video of the shooting. Keeping in mind this isn't like snuff or anything like that. The dude apparently has survived being shot. Is in serious condition. I don't know if he's expected to recover or not. The assailant, again, he looks almost like a 007 figure or some crazy shit like that. Certainly not dressed in the standard mode of the Taliban or something like that. This shows us what we have to deal with, of course. Not everybody who wears a turban is going to shoot you, and not everyone who's going to shoot you wears a turban. I think that's probably something we have to keep in mind here. This is Turkey, not maybe Saudi Arabia or something like that. But yeah, it's going to be, I can't imagine what Russia's response will be. Oh, we frown deeply upon our ambassador being shot by somebody in Turkey. Perhaps you should send an apology or something like that. I'm sure it'll be just warm cuddles of fun, because Turkey and Russia have been icy lately. On the one hand, sometimes it looks like they're getting along fine, and Turkey's like saying, fuck NATO, we're going to be a Russian ally now. And then at other times, like, they bitterly hate one another, and you know, Erdogan says, oh, let the Russians come, we will crush them, and Putin sits there and chuckles or something like that. It's almost surreal to see their two states disagree and agree in these weird, wild mood swings. It's like a pair of lesbian lovers who are both going through menopause or something like that, I guess. I guess menopausal would be a good way to describe Erdogan, at least his frenetic policies, his constant mind changing. But yes, the Russian ambassador there has been shot, so this is going to be big news. You know, it's going to blow up all over the web, I'm sure. That's about all.